Heyyy Sweeties, Kyungpa. If you don't already know by now, welcome back to our channel. Welcome to my first TBR video of the year. So it is January, meaning it is time to pick our TBR of the month. Now, from what I've realized is I have a lot of subscribers that are non-book people that want to get into books. So most of the time when I'm mentioning little things like TBR or DNF, you might not know what that means. So from now on, I will be adding a bit of text each time I say an abbreviation, or what is it? Yeah, abbreviation. Is it abbreviation? Yes, it's called abbreviation, not acronym. I was looking for the name acronym, but then I remember acronym is like it's a name, whereas it's like alphabets that make up a name, whereas an acronym is like, okay, sorry for the English lesson, but anyways, each time I mention an abbreviation, each time I mention an abbreviation, I will be adding the text down below. So get back to why you're here. We are doing a TBR video. What this means is that I will be choosing the books I'll be reading this month and hopefully sticking by them. Well, not just sticking by them, but actually reading them and other books. But these must be part of the books I read by the end of this month. So anyways, without further ado, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have anything to say. Remember, constructive criticism. I repeat, constructive criticism. Let's start. So you know that whole new year, new me thing? Yeah, scratch that. I'm thinking of a whole new year, new mindset type of thing. Where that comes from is I'm a grade that does not finish book series. Like, I have a track record of not finishing book series. I think I'm on like 57 book series that I've started but I have not finished. So I think this month I'm just trying to knock off some of those books, or like certain months I'll be trying to knock off some of those books, or in each and every month I'll be adding at least one book from part of a series that I can just knock off and see like, okay, but I've read the entire series, yeah, let's talk about it. So for this month, physical copies are just from book series I have not yet finished and I'm trying to actually finish. But I think we should start with my book club books. So I'm a book girly, which means I'm part of a lot of book clubs, but the two main ones right now that have actually picked book club book of the months already are the ones that I'm actually trying to focus on, because they've already picked the book of the month, so it's just easier to keep track of that. The first one is my book club that I started with my friend Caitlin, and the book of the month is The Nanny for the Neighbor, I think it's called, I can't remember. Anyways, I have no idea what that book is about, but it's a reverse harem. Now, when I read that, I genuinely thought she better end up with all three of them. Like she has to, and I've been trying to find someone to tell me if she ends up with all three of them, but my book club girlies do not want to tell me. They literally don't want to spoil it from. They're like, okay, fine, read the book, you'll find out. Literally, I think majority of them right now have read the book. It's like not even the middle of January, but a lot of them have read the book and finished it. They say it's a fast-paced book, meaning that it's so quick and easy to get into and you are going to love it. That's what they told me. But I'm like, okay, fine, I get that I'm gonna love it, but does she end up with all three of them? Because I don't want her to choose, because what if she chooses the one I don't like? Then I'm not gonna like the book. So that's just my worry. Other than that, I don't know anything about it except for she's the nanny, and I think they're single dad trope, which I like. I've read, which book was single dad trope? Caught Up, and made me fall in love with single father trope, and that was a single father and nanny, so it made me fall in love with that trope. So now I think this as well I'm going to love, but hopefully she ends up with three of them. The second book I'm going to read is from my Instagram book club, and the book is called Truly Darkly Deeply by LJ Sheen. Now, I've only read two books of LJ Sheen, which were My Dark Romeo and The Kiss Thief. Adored both of them. They were 5-star reads. My Dark Romeo was arranged marriage of convenience, and then Kiss Thief was also marriage of convenience. I think both of them were marriage of convenience. Ooh, clearly LJ has a thing for marriage of convenience, and I love it. I don't know what Truly Darkly Deeply is about. I'm not gonna even read the thingy of the book, the blurb of the book, because I'm gonna go in blind. But everyone has been raving about this book. They say this book is so good. I think I'm gonna ask Anamika about this one because she's read a lot of LJ Sheen books. So I think I'm just gonna ask her if it's worth it, if it's actually good. And if she's like, yeah, 6 stars or like 3 upwards, I'll give it an honest try. But the book is gorgeous. Like, the book is gorgeous, so hopefully I get a physical copy of it. Look at me, I already want to buy it and I haven't even read it. No, don't even know what it's about, but I want to buy it. But the cover is so gorgeous. Like, look at this. Right, so the next book on my January TBR is Leather and Lark by Brain. Clearly I'm bad with names, because what? Waver. I can say the surname, yeah. So this is the second book in the, what is the series called? Okay, I don't know the name of the series, like, and it's not written anywhere here, but the first book was Butcher and Blackbird, which I loved. I did a buddy read with that with Husna, if I'm not mistaken. Did I do it with Husna? Oh, with Husna and Kelly, I believe. Can't remember, but yeah. This is the second book, and I was actually reading this last year. This was my last book of 2024. The last book I read in 2024. Could not finish it because it was festive season, but it was so good. This one was Marriage of Convenience. Wow, I've spoken about so many Marriage of Convenience right now. I think that might be my new fave, one of my new fave tropes in 2025. Don't quote me on that. We'll see, okay? But I think I want to do a reread actually of Butcher and Blackbird, and then reading this one afterwards, because the third book is coming out and the cover is orange and yellow, I believe. Can't remember what it's called, but I think it's about the third brother. This one is about the brother that does not want to do crime. She is a literal, she's a what does she say she is? She is a something deleter, serial deleter. Something like, she's not a serial killer, she's a something deleter. That's how she describes herself. And I love it. I love it. There's this, I've gotten to the point, to the scene where she's literally like following this other girl because the girl was flirting with her husband, and so she's following that girl to her, and her husband literally chases after. She's like, what are you doing? And she's like, no, I was just gonna go say hi to her and like give her tea. And he looks at her, he looks at her, he's like, oh my god, you are a and she's like, no, we were just gonna make cookies. I love that scene. Another thing about this, I think this book is hilarious. Like, it's funny. She is very funny, but she's also, I think she has trauma from the, if you've read the first book, you'll understand where the trauma comes from, but that trauma kind of carries on into this book. I think the thing about it is, when you have your own book, trauma is kind of mentioned in the first book, but it's not her book, so we only brushed past that. But now that it's actually her book, I think we're gonna dive deep into it, because I was at chapter, what chapter is this? Okay, it does not have chapter numbers, it just has chapter titles. So I think I'm at the beginning where you start to see the effects of the trauma. Okay, like what it does to her in terms of emotions, in terms of how she reacts, in terms of how she behaves. So it's like her trauma response to certain things, and how she actually interacts with other people because of that trauma, and how she analyzes things. So I'm still at that point. We haven't gotten to the point where, okay, fine, her reliving that scenario, because I think she is going to relive that whole scenario that happened. Not sure, but we'll see. Thus far, I love this book, and I need to continue it and finish it before the third book comes out. Yeah. And the next book we're gonna read is The Housemaid is Watching My Frida McFadden. Now, unpopular opinion, I've been loving Frida McFadden. I've been loving the entire Housemaid series. Like, a lot of people feel like she should have stopped at book 2, I think, the Housemaid Secrets, the red one. I loved that one as well. People say like it's not as good as the first one, she's the housemaid. But I believe it's just as good. Like, it's like a thingy. The first book was like a 5-star. The second book was like a 6-star. So this one, I'm expecting it to be infinity amount of stars. I'm expecting it to blow my mind. And I know there's another book after this one. I just haven't got to the physical copy. Actually, I haven't seen it in South Africa. So like someone have it in South Africa as a physical copy, even though it's on ebook. And one thing about me, if I start book 1 and annotate book 1, I'm gonna need to annotate the entire series or books following book 1 because they just need to match. So I've annotated the housemaid, I've annotated the housemaid secret. Now I'm gonna annotate the housemaid is watching. Don't know if I have tabs for this color though. I need to go look at my tabs, but we'll see. Yeah, with this one, I don't know what this one is about. She got married. Oh my gosh, she got married. I'm so happy for her. Is she married to that guy that was problematic in the first book? Everyone was problematic in the book. Even I'm sure she's gonna be Mimi, is it Mimi or what's her name? The FMC, she was problematic in each and every book, and I'm sure she's gonna be problematic in this one as well. And I can't wait to find out. This one is a bit chunkier compared to the other 2 books. And how many pages is this one? It's 381, which is not bad, but it is a bit chunkier. Okay. And the last book for my TBR for Jan is Final Offer by Lauren Asher. Now, this is the 3rd book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. This is a second chance romance. And the reason why I'm excited is because I think this is going to be my second chance romance. So the first one was King of Greed in the King of Sin series by Anna Huang. Loved that book. I think that is my favorite book thus far from the entire series. So the fact that it's a second chance romance, I'm so excited to read about it. I'm just hoping it's not a cheating trope. That's one thing. We can stand a lot of things in books. We can literally brush through a lot of things. I'm like, oh, that's fine. You killed him. That's fine. You ran him over. It's okay. You chopped his nail off. It's a mistake, I'm sure. But cheating, yeah, we don't do well with cheating. So that's the only thing I'm hoping for. But thus far, I've actually enjoyed the entire Dreamland Billionaire series. The first one was The Fine Print. Second one, Terms and Conditions. The first one was Workplace Romance. Second one was Marriage of Convenience. Yes, a Marriage of Convenience. And I'm trying to think which one actually did it for me between the first one and the second one, because I remember them both in detail. I think the first one kind of did it for me, because the first one was giving he falls first and harder, whereas the second one, she has been interested in him, but the second one is definitely giving boss ass energy. Like, the female is giving boss energy. She is giving we're gonna do things my way so that this happens, and we're gonna be successful if we do things my way. You have to listen to me, take a step back, let me be the driving force behind everything, and everything is just gonna work out. So, but it also, like, he is also giving like dominant energy, but it's just that type of thing of, I'm dominant, but at the same time I'm gonna let you take the reins, whereas I'm still the alpha, but do it like I'm guiding you without you knowing it, but you do it. It was that type of energy. Now I'm just giving y'all a book review on that book. Might change it. I think I liked Terms and Conditions more than The Fine Print, but I liked them both, to be honest. Unpopular opinion, I liked them both, because a lot of people did not like The Fine Print. They said it got better, the second one was way better, and I feel like it's true the second one was way better, but the first one was also good. That type of thing of the first one was a 4-star read, second one was a 5-star read, hoping this one is a 6-star read. And again, this one is much bigger compared to the first 2 books in the series. As you can see, is it 600 pages? It's 570 pages, which I don't mind because the font size is really good. I don't know if like you've watched my previous video, but I said like the size of the book no longer scares me. What scares me is the font size, and this one is actually pretty good. So yeah, I can't wait. And I think those are all the books. I picked 5 books because I want to be realistic, starting off the year on a good note and be like, okay, fine, 5 books. We're not gonna stretch it out to be like 10 or 8 and like put yourself under pressure or whatever. Starting off the year with fresh, positive energy, and that's it. So let's just go through the books one more time. First one is Nanny for the Neighbor. Second one is Truly Darkly Deeply by LJ Sheen. Third one is Final Offer by Lauren Asher. Fourth one is The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden. And then the last one is Leather and Luck by Something Weaver. Yeah, thank you for staying till the very end of the video. I'll see y'all next time. Mwah. Have a great week.